the structure of your deal is more important than the strategy that you're employing. So the structure of your deal is more important than how your fintech company is growing. It's more important than your real estate development strategy. It's more important than your hedge fund strategy, whatever it is. And when you're an investor looking at a deal, the structure is more important than how, amazing or unique their strategy looks. And the reason that that is always the case is that if you don't have the right structure, the strategy doesn't matter at all. You can take a strategy that's mediocre, and with an amazing structure, you can make it pretty good. But if you have a structure that caps your upside at 3% a year gains, and you can only gain less than what inflation was before we started printing trillions of dollars every quarter, that's not a good structure. If your structure gets you 100% returns before the person organizing the deal gets any money at all, that could be a potentially good structure. The structure of the deal is what determines that when an asset gets sold, can that cash be recycled 3 times over, or does it need to be given back to the investors? It determines who has discretion over what gets done with the investment. It determines whether the deal can get refinanced at any time or only upon a trigger, who controls what in the deal, how much transparency there is. Is the deal structured to be an income deal, or is it structured to be super tax efficient? Is it structured so that you could get diluted 5 times over and be left with pretty much no equity in the company? Or is it structured so that people are highly aligned? Importantly, a deal could be structured so that there's less risk. And if the provider defaults, then maybe even if they don't put up their personal house as an asset, they might have other business assets they put up as collateral. Or they might not have any collateral put up, and it might not even be brought up by investors. These are all examples of how structure is more important or just as important as strategy. And if you ignore this, then sophisticated investors will just see your deal as average. And if you get this right, then sophisticated investors will say, oh, well, that's refreshing, or that's great. Well, now I feel more comfortable, more high conviction, more sleep at night comfortable with what you're offering and your motivations, because maybe you only win when I win, or I get to win first as an investor. And then you can win very handsomely, but after I've gotten my target returns back.